Everybody, welcome back to channel Y.O.B. It's your host Yoshua Solomon. Today I'm doing a review for the movie The Suicide Squad by James Gunn, starring Idris Elba, Margot Robbie. Um, this is a sequel slash reboot slash soft reboot of the of Suicide Squad, and I saw this 3 years ago, and I didn't like it. I thought that it was over the top. I thought it didn't have a cohesive storyline. I thought Jared Leto's Joker was the worst portrayal of the Joker I've ever seen. Um, And it's not like he's like it was unbearable or I hated him. It's just the worst because it didn't mean anything. It was just very cosplayish and very, it just felt meaningless and silly. And I mean, Jared Leto, I think, is a good actor. I think that his Joker could have been interesting if properly executed. and, yeah, and Margot Robbie is not at all a good Harley Quinn, in my opinion. She's very obnoxious. She does not have a good. The voice sucks. I don't like it. Um, but yeah, let's talk about the Suicide Squad. Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Um, I enjoyed this movie. I liked that it was rated R. I thought some of the jokes were funny. Actually, I thought a lot of jokes were funny because of the rated R, and it felt very just free to do whatever it wants. And honestly, half what my brain while I was watching this was thinking I would love to see like a superhero movie that's rated R, and because it gets fucking gruesome, you in this movie, like spoilers, at the end with the star uh, creature. Like he has those little star, like clones, little tiny ones of himself that go and attach themselves to people's faces, and like when you pull them off, like you see their skin disappears. It was literally like it's creepy, and like even how it like show half a torso was removed and they still were operating. It's God, it's honestly kind of creepy. And I was like, wow, that's the first time I've ever seen that in a in a DC film, and I'm like that opens up some doors to potential possibilities in the future. Like let's do something else like rated R. Like I would love the first Suicide Squad movie to be rated R, you know, because you would have the Joker and Batman in it, and it would just make things way more cooler. I just want to see it. I think it's really in the end of the day, it's basically gave me a little bit of taste of what I've always wanted. It's just like I want a adult Batman movie. It's like they have so many different variations of these characters in DC, and I think that it's about time we could look how much money the Joker made being a rated R movie. You think that movie would have made less? I mean, it probably would have made as much money because it's the Joker. But I'm telling you, I think that just adding to it being rated R helped it publicize it and market it because people have been like, "Oh wow, what's gonna happen? Make this rated R. It has an edge to it. It's gonna be no holds bar." And that shows you that you know they're excited because it's a superhero, and mixing with the rated R makes it exciting, even more exciting. I think the problem with the Suicide Squad, and why it's not doing so good is because it's not any characters that really are entertaining. Like I mean, they're funny, but none of them are really interesting. And it's nothing that's inside this movie that's really a movie is gonna bring in an audience that and I mean, people know who Batman is, people know who's Joker is, and people know the main characters, main DC properties. When you start doing these characters, you need to have one character. Like it needs to be a cameo. Like Robin needed to show up, or fucking Green Lantern. you know, and it should have been something there just to excite people because there really wasn't anything. And another problem is with this movie is like they have Harley Quinn in it, and she's just not, in my opinion, a good Harley Quinn. I think she is god awful. She's horrible as Harley Quinn, and they push her in the commercials as like, this is the what you want to see. This is what she's the star of the show. She's the highlight. You can't when you see this, you just can't wait till you see her scene. No, it's like I don't know what everyone's talking about, what they see in her, and it's just like I'm not no, I love, like, I think she's a pretty woman. I think Margot Robbie's gorgeous, and but she's just not a good actress in my opinion. I've seen her in other films, Wolf of Wall Street, that's an ice skating movie. She plays her. It just feels like she's playing the same character. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Literally, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino had her walk around and they have no lines. And then when brought up in a press conference, Quentin Tarantino's response is pretty much, I don't acknowledge your hypothesis, which doesn't even make any fucking sense. And it's just like those are moments where I don't like Quentin Tarantino. I didn't even really like that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie because of what he did with Bruce Lee, and it's like, and I don't like his ways of putting in racism inside his films by saying like, putting in the N word unnecessarily and trying to use it like as a joke. It's like, dude, no, this is like, you're a white man, you're not a black man, you don't understand the pain and the bullshit that comes with that. So it's not really your place to be like making light of it, and telling everybody, oh, this is funny. If I could laugh about it, then you could laugh. No, you're not. It's like, But I'm going on a tangent about something else that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But where was I? Yeah, Margot Robbie is just not a good Harley Quinn at all. She doesn't wear a jester outfit, which I think is the best outfit. She did Harley Quinn, I believe, was created when they're making the show. And this is a character that's meant to be a side character. She's not meant to be. I don't even like when they start doing it in the comic books, where they start making her own like character. And it's not just her. And it's not that I'm trying to say I don't want a woman. That's a bullshit. That's lie. That's a lie. Because actually, Harley Quinn's one of my favorite like female villains. And she's like, because it's just is unique. She's like being abused by the Joker, where you kind of feel sorry for her. You see that she's not really a villain; she's a victim, of like a psychological break, and showing how dangerous a Joker could be as a manipulator, and that's what it represented in the story to me, when I was looking at it as a kid, you know. But this Harley Quinn they have not built up to her story. They have not given her any background. They have not gotten to see anything. There's pictures in the first Suicide Squad of Joker smacking her, but they took it out even in an extended, I think, rated R cut of it. And it's like, and it's just like, dude, why? Like it's like I don't understand the logic, and this is because these studios don't know what they're doing, and I do believe it's a mixture of studios and directors who don't know what they're doing either. David Ayer is, in my opinion, not the best directors of all time. He makes dumb decisions in movies, and Training Day, I try to watch Training Day. It's not that great in my opinion. Everyone's always like, Training Day is such an amazing movie, and it's just all I remember. All people talk about USC when people say Training Day. What scene do you remember? King Kong ain't got shit on me. But it's like, but that scene proves how dumb this movie is. Just the dialogue is like, who says that? And what undercover cop is just gonna be so obviously like corrupted? It's just like, it's just, I don't know. It's like this thing. I mean, people give him so much credit, But it's like I don't know. David Ayer is kind of overrated as a director and not that good. And it's like I do feel like it's a lot of his choice. He wants to act like it wasn't my choice that this is like this, But I don't know, you know. And then I do like James Gunn, like when he's let go, and I feel bad that this movie's bombing because this is something I would want to see a continuation of. And the same with the first one. I mean, but it's really because of the cast. And it shows that these properties are just being fucked up by people who are in charge of these corporations who are just rushing out shit just to make money while sitting the fuck down and having it's like you guys are in a boardroom, you guys can stand around and think for a minute like, hey, let's just come up with a story, guys. Who's gonna be the one in charge of the story? Okay, let's pick a person. You guys like that person? Okay, he made a first project. That's good. Let's go. Have some director of storytelling. Pretty much, and I don't. That's the thing. Everyone keeps bringing up Kevin Feige. I don't really give a fuck about Kevin Feige, honestly. I don't think Kevin Feige deserves the much credit he has. The first Iron Man movie was good. Infinity War, it was good because of how serious things got. And honestly, majority of Marvel movies just suck ass, in my opinion, because they're very cookie cutter. We all say they're good because we love Marvel comics, and Stan Lee is a legend, and he has cameos in this, and it's just the whole buildup of like these movies being connected to each other. That's really the saving grace of all those Marvel movies. You know, it's like all these movies are connected to each other. You know, but yeah, fucking DC doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. It's like they're just doing shit and just throwing shit at the wall, and it's just like, and it's just like you can see like, why would you even name the other Suicide Squad movie the Suicide Squad? Confusing people because this like even when you try to make a review, you can't even help it because you call it. It's just we're reviewing the Suicide Squad. And then but that's the same thing you could say about the first Suicide Squad. So it's just confusing titling. It's just like it's just stupid. It's just like the marketing makes no sense. It's just like come on, bro. It's just like these big businesses. It's like, dude, you guys, it's like, come on, name it like you know, like um, uh, something like you could name it like something referencing a western, which would have been cool. Like the posters are kind of like westerns. It could have been bullet in the head or something like bullseye, open skull Fridays, like that's something weird like that, like something punk rockish sounding. Open skull Fridays. The movie Open Skull Fridays. That would sound. That would have been. Everyone would be like, "What the fuck is DC Open Skull Fridays?" And it was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then you just see posters of guys up in skull, but that's kind of like you don't know that it's actually Pete Davidson. Spoilers again, which I'm gonna put in front of this video. It would be like a picture of Pete Davidson's head. You just looking through it and seeing the squad. It's like, and it's called uh, Open Skull Fridays. Like something weird. I don't know. Be creative. It just feels like these people don't even think. They're just like, yeah, just whatever. Let's just make whatever. And it's really and it is partly the director's fault because I think if there was some sort of intelligent or some sort of an like some sort of like visionary in the midst, there will be some sort and I mean not just a visionary and a negotiator too. Because sometimes people can't negotiate. People are like, if I'm not getting what I want, then fuck this project. It's like, okay, that doesn't help anything either. It's just like just negotiate. Like I would just be like, come on, you guys, we have to make up we have to come up with a story that is coherent. We can't just be coming up with random ass shits because then our audience is gonna stop watching movies. You know how the Dark Knight and like the Marvel movies are like movies like that are Lord of the Rings big movies are like get a bunch of money and people have huge followings. You know, it's because it's because these people have put in the work of building up a cohesive stories. And that's the thing. DC is like doesn't. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. Like it's just like and it feels so amateurish and just like And it'd be one thing they're making stacks on deck if they're making billions. And if their shit was all fucked up, and it's like, well, at least making money off it, even if everyone hates it, who gives a fuck? But no, it's like you guys are not even making money off of this. So it's just like you guys don't even know what the fuck you're doing. It's just Jesus. But this the Suicide Squad is great. I mean honestly, I'm frustrated because if it doesn't matter how much you say is good, people are not gonna want to see it because people are just gonna be like, I'm tired of this shit. But you know, I like the acting. I like John Cena. John Cena I found very funny. I would love to see Peacemaker show that they're coming out with. I'm really actually excited to see that, and I definitely recommend people go and check that out. When it comes out, that's what I want. I'm definitely checking that out. And there's a lot of stuff that's like coming out. You know, involving this show or this movie. With James Gunn. And I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully it gets better. You know, reception than it is not for this. You know, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you my thoughts and a quick spoiler review. Um, it's a 10 out of 10 movie for me. Honestly, it's very good. It's unfortunate. This is just. I think this movie deserves all the rewards. And I mean, like I said, Harley Quinn is bad. She's the only bad, but this movie's so good. I honestly, it kind of overshadows her. Marla Garabi's bad. As Harley, in my opinion. And I really wish we could have like something like Emma Stone. Like I would love after watching Cruella. Oh my god, she's so cool. I love Emma Stone, man. Oh my god, I really can't. I really need some. I love Cruella. Honestly, I love that movie, and it made me just think Emma Stone would be so perfect as Harley Quinn because she just has more of a screen presence, and it doesn't feel. And then the way she was playing Gorilla, it just felt like she was just embodying it and just like having fun. Margot Robbie's trying so hard to be like a cartoon character, and it's just like, oh my god, and it's like we got to see Emma Stone. Dude, honestly, I'm pushing for Emma Stone to be Harley Quinn, someday because I really would love her to be Harley Quinn. That would be so fucking awesome. Oh man, that'd be so cool. But yeah, for me, this is a 10 out of 10. You know, I highly recommend people go check it out in theaters. Um, yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by, listening to my thoughts. I'm gonna go eat my lunch, and as always, may the force be with